I've been gone for a minute now. I'm back with the jump off. Goons in the club in case something jumped off. And back up before the hive let the pump off. And in the graveyard is where you get dumped off. Hello. Welcome to Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. I've been gone, but now I'm back. I'm just putting some groceries away. I just came from Walmart. I didn't get too much groceries, and I gotta clean up a bit. I've been having a very, very, very busy schedule. I've been a very busy girl. My son is graduating from high school this year. Last night was his senior night, and I had to go walk him down the field. And he got to perform last night. So all the student athletes and all the students that's in club, they participate in the student night with their parents walking down the field. So all the cheerleaders, all the people in the band, all the football players, they get to walk down the field with their parents. I went and I didn't get too much. I haven't been doing too much grocery shopping, like heavy grocery shopping lately. Because just 2 weeks ago, we had a hurricane down here. Well, not where I live, but Florida was under the state of emergency for the hurricane. So I ended up spending up so much money stocking up for the hurricane that now I really don't need to do too much shopping. But this is all, I got mostly what I drink during the week because to stay hydrated, I drink these waters. I just started drinking these waters. I like essential water, but I just discovered that I like this water too. This is Core. And what I like about this water is when it gets warm, it still tastes good. Not all water tastes good when it gets warm. Sometimes when they get warm, it tastes heavy or it just, the flavor changes. I don't know what it is, but I can tell the difference because not all water tastes the same. I bought one of these bottles for $4 yesterday. I was so shocked that it was $4 because I actually bought two. I went to a grocery store near to my job. I bought 2 bottles of these waters, and then I bought a couple noodles for lunch, and I probably got some a chocolate, something sweet, so when my sugar gets low. And I'm looking at the screen before I put my card in, and I'm like, this is $4? And the guy behind the glass is like, yeah. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. And I was like, because this is $2 where I live. And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, this is wild. But it's the way I work it now is far away from where I live. And it's a whole different part of the county. So I'm not used to it. And I'm not too familiar with it. But I was like, not you down here overcharging these people for a bottle of water. So at Walmart, the 6-pack of the 30 ounce is only $9.28. One cost $1.55. Yes, I did the math. So this is costing me $1.55. So for almost this entire thing that I paid, I got 2 bottles of water yesterday. And yesterday, last night when I went to my son's game, I had filled this up before I went into the stadium. And I left the Stanley in the car because most places, they won't allow you to bring the Stanley inside. And when I got there with what was left in my water bottle, they was like, oh, you can't bring that inside either, so I have to drink this up. But I had left this in the car last night and it was still full of water. I drank it because I was not wasting my $4. I'm still drinking. But that also made me think because I don't shop at Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks. I really cut those out, but every once in a while, I do get a taste for an iced drink. So my friend told me about this chai concentrate and the boba. You know how when you make a boba milk tea, you can get the boba online. You just boil it in water and brown sugar, and you could get the boba. And so if you want to make boba tea, you can. But this was $5. This was $2 or $3. So let's just round it up and say $8, right? So this is 32 ounces. This is 32 ounces, so that's 64. A drink is usually, let's say if I make an 8-ounce drink, I can get 8 drinks out of 8-ounce drinks, or even if I make a 20-ounce drink, like a venti, it's still three ventis for the cost of $8. They really I understand inflation and everything, but I really noticed that money is really going fast for no good reason. No good reason. And I just got some Go-Bits for my baby, so for her school, I got some sandwich meat. Even this was like $4 for some ultra thin turkey breast. I really want to start making my own sandwich meat. I seen a video where this girl, like, it's like a thin shaver. You could just buy a meat shaver, and you could just slice your own sandwich meat. All you have to do is like just boil chicken breast, and it's like this machine that compress it, and then you can slice it yourself, because they're really out here making us go back to the 1950s and making everything from scratch with the prices that they have out here, and the things don't be that good all the time. And I also got her some Capri Sun. I ran to drop my son off because he wanted to go hang out with his friends, and I had made a little breakfast before I left, which still got me full, because I had Vienna sausage, like the way I had it growing up, which is like with onions and ketchup, and I fried some bacon. It's like one in here, but I don't have the stomach to eat it. Like, I don't really like all the onions. So even though I make it with the onions because I like the onion flavor, but I don't eat the onions even though it's sauteed. So what's left? This one is like a half one, and I kind of dropped it in the pot wrong, so it fried and puffed up that way. But I'm just going to put it in this bowl for later. I had a late start this morning. Like, I just did not feel like getting up out of bed. Yesterday, I went and I volunteered, and I was lifting like bags of food and bending and packing and just a lot of movements that I don't normally do on a regular basis. And by the time I got to my son's game, my legs were cramping, my hips was cramping, and at one point when I had tried to lift a bag of onions, like it was a really big bag of onions, my shoulder popped. So the pain that I was just feeling in it just made me come home and sleep. Like, you know how like when you have a headache and you can't do anything, you can't think, so your body just like, you know what, just shut down and let's regroup. And that's exactly what my body did. My body was like, you know, you in too much pain, just let's go home and rest. And my legs were so tingly because I stood up maybe for at least 5 hours yesterday on my feet. And I'm not used to standing up like that. Like, I work a sedentary job. Like, I sit at a desk all day. I move around now because I do have a new job. I left my old position and I took a new position where the environment is just better. And I really felt at my old position that I just didn't feel like it aligned with my needs anymore. I didn't feel like it aligned with my belief system. Previously, I was already experiencing moral injury from that job. It's one of those places where the turnover is really high. So it's either you have people who stuck it out and have been there for years and they're too scared to get another job and they're too scared to leave. So they're essentially hostages there. They're not there because they love it. They're there because it's perfunctory. And then you have new people who come in, try to make it work, and then go, you know what? Yeah, I'm out. And, you know, I won't be the first. I'm definitely not going to be the last. Where after a while, you're going to outgrow some spaces. And as much as, you know, you can go to any job, and when they keep on saying, oh, we're like a family. But it's like, if we're not a healthy family, then I'm not saying this. Because there's certain things I'm not tolerating from our own biological family. I'm not coming to work and tolerating any type of abuse at work just because it placates somebody and you think that everybody's just supposed to tuck their tail between their legs and let it happen to them. And I found myself getting stressed, worried about things, like constantly thinking about work. Like, I would wake up with work on my mind, and it's just like, for what? It's a job. Like, I work to live. I don't live to work. You know what I mean? And especially when you work in a place where someone is like, you're constantly reminded that you're not valued. Despite you can overperform, underperform. It's like being stuck in an abusive relationship. Like, nothing you do is going to be good enough. And I'm never going to be anywhere where I'm walking on eggshells, or I'm nervous about tomorrow, or I'm nervous about interactions, or I'm scared that one day what's going to end up happening is I'm going to flip out. Because I'm not going to let any environment or anyone change my character. And that's what I felt like it was coming to. Like, I felt like I was just like, it's just so toxic, and like no one's positive, everyone's miserable, and everyone's just okay with it. And I was just like, yeah, it's time to go. This is no longer serving me. And the fact of the matter is, I got my master's in 2021. We're in 2024. And I'm not using my master's. I'm paying, like, I paid $50,000 to get my master's, and now I'm not using the degree that I got. Yeah. So now I'm in a field that I actually love. Like, this is my passion. And this is, you know, my career. And I'm also taking steps now to elevate my career, where as opposed to the other position, like there was no, you know, upward mobility. There was no upward advancement. Like where I was considered just a position. You'd have to wait for somebody else to either retire or for somebody to quit, which no one is going to quit, because they're just going to sit there forever and ever and ever, and you're never going to get a chance. So I felt it would be better suited for me to leave, and that's what I did. And I am much happier. I'm less stressed. I don't got to worry about nonsense. I don't have to worry about unprofessionalism. I don't have to worry about inconsistency. I don't have to worry about people trying to tell me who I am or what their perception of me is and expecting me to buy into their perception of me. Because if I come to work and I do the job, that's all that matters. Your perception of me is not my responsibility. Like, I don't care what your perception of me is. But it's one of those environments where someone will try to remind you what their perception of you is and need you to feel like wants to impact you. And one of the feedback that I got was, oh, because when I'm talking to you, you just, you know, you have a monotone and like a dead face. Like, what do you want me to do? You want me to cry? Like, I'm not gonna cry. Like, I'm not gonna, like, it's work. We're not friends. It's work. I'll be okay. I was okay before I got here, and I'll be okay after I leave. Like, trust me, I'm gonna be okay. Just because you may not believe that I'm worth something doesn't mean that I'm not worth something in other spaces. And I'll go where I'm celebrated. And that's exactly what I have to do. Because this is not the old days. I'm not a Gen Xer where I'm just gonna stay and complain and complain and complain. And another thing, that's one of the things I used to be so depressing. Like, everyone would complain. All the staff, like, everyone is like, they just think it's gossip. It would be gossip and complaining, gossip and complaining, gossip and complaining. Like, I could talk about something, like, when it initially happened, for maybe 1 or 2 times, but afterwards, like, I'm not doing too much of that. Like, I don't want to talk about the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over again. Like, it's not changing. It was like, you know, that girl with a bad relationship that always want to come to, every time her relationship is falling apart, she want to come to you, and just expect you to sit there and just listen and listen and listen and listen and listen. And then when you give her a solution, she don't want to take it because she knows deep down she don't want to leave her man. Like, I'm not one of those girls. I leave. I have 3 kids and I've loved all of their fathers. I will leave. Nothing will keep me in a space where I am not happy. I will leave. Like, when my daughter was born, I broke up with her father 7 days before she was born because he tried me. And all it takes is that one final straw to get me upset, and I will leave. I'm not staying around and tolerating any type of abuse. Especially now, like, when I was older, when I was younger, I would take a lot of time before I came to a decision, like, okay. But now, like, I'm more intentional. Like, I don't need too much justification to make a decision. If I feel uncomfortable, that's enough of a decision for me. If I'm annoyed, that's enough of a decision for me. If I'm irritated, that's enough of a decision for me. And I'm not explaining it to anybody, especially those people like, oh, well, can you tell me why? Because I want to. That's the reason. Because I want to. All the time, what is it? Why you don't want to be together anymore? Because this isn't working out for me. That's the reason. I'm not putting any energy into dead spaces or dead people. Like, once I realize I've outgrown something, it doesn't serve me, or I realize you don't care about me, I'm not putting any energy into you at all. And the thing about it too, like I feel like when you go in spaces that's not like healthy, everybody gets so accustomed to being unhealthy that they just adapt to it and they don't even realize that they unhealthy. And you can't even get any type of support inside the system because everyone's just trying to protect themselves and save themselves. And baby, yeah, they fixed my water and now it's all strong and it's just wetting me up, wetting me up, and wetting me up. Cause the pressure was low and I had to fix it. They fixed it a little too good, baby. But I'm gonna clean this up. Make this all spick and span. Do I got a water bottle? Because this pan has some oil in it and you're not supposed to pour oil straight down your pipes. And I know I'm rinsing, but I'm gonna be here for a little bit. I'm gonna be in this apartment for at least 3 more years. And to me, it don't matter if I'm in an apartment, if I'm in my house. I like taking care of my spaces. I take very good care of my things that I love. I take good care of my friends. I take good care of me. I take good care of my kids. I take good care of my partners. That's why when they see me, they all feel a certain kind of way because they know I took good care of them. And they be trying to come back. Even the short-term ones. Even the short-term ones. Recently, I got a new phone number. And I'm just going through my contact list. And I'm wondering, like, do these people, do I need to, like, give them my number? And I'm just like, why do I have all these people in here that I don't even talk to? There's the contacts that's in there, and they just blocked. So now that I have a new number, I'm guessing they won't have any way to contact me, right? Like, they should, I don't know, because I've seen people talk about Apple updates and stuff, but to be honest, Auntie don't know how that works. And I guess that will stop all the unsolicited calls. I'm still trying to figure out how to block people from my email because, like, you hit the block, but sometimes it still comes through. Like, their emails is like still coming through. And the funny thing is, it's like, if you gonna try to reach out to me and you know that you blocked, you got a better off chance of Zelling me, Cash Apping me, because propositions means absolutely nothing. I realize I'm gonna have a problem as a millennial mom because we were so used to our parents telling us no and that they don't have any money that now I feel like I always say yes to my daughter. So McDonald's gives you a bucket with each Happy Meal, I guess for Halloween, right? And some stickers. 1 bucket, 2 buckets, 3 buckets, right? There's 2 buckets in her toy bag. I did not go to McDonald's that much as a kid. Maybe once a month, twice a month. And I was not like this is within 2 weeks. This is like 2 weeks. I've taken her to McDonald's like 5 times. And then she loves Chick-fil-A. She keeps on asking me for Chick-fil-A, and I found out the reason why she loves Chick-fil-A. I'm taking her to McDonald's all the time, right? But her dad is taking her to Chick-fil-A every day. So she's eating Chick-fil-A every day to the point he even drops her off Chick-fil-A at school. She's super spoiled. I love that for her. But I realize I have no discipline. And what's ended up happening, because I'm seeing it with my older kids, is they're getting like a entitlement where they feel like what we do for them is normal. So then they need more because they have access to social media, and then they're seeing maybe families who are more affluent and who are in the 1%. So they're and doing way more. So they believe that's achievable for them, which I love that it's limitless in there, but the reality of what their current situation is, they have no concept of it. And I make a habit of not to tell my daughter I don't have money. So if she asks for something, like, even if I'm going to say no, it's no. I don't say when we walk in the store, like, don't look at nothing, don't touch nothing. I don't give that speech. I let her go in and I manage it. I let her get one thing. So she's never walked into a store and walked out empty-handed. We walked into Burlington the other day and I only went in there to get her some shoes. Got the shoes. She was initially sleeping when we got in there. Got the shoes. She ended up waking up and she ended up coming out of there with a Bluey watch, a Hello Kitty lunchbox, a metal lunchbox, and some Bluey merchandise. She never walks out of anywhere empty-handed. She doesn't understand the concept of, like, she knows what no is, but in her mind, when she wants something, she's gonna get it. This is her purse. Her auntie bought her. She wears this to school now. And in here, in her purse, let me put this down. In her purse, her auntie also got her wallet. And she has her cell phone in her purse. That's it. And inside her wallet, she has one of my cards from my wallet. So she has one of my cards. And she has $1 in her wallet. What else she got in here? Yeah, she got $1 in her wallet. But she knew she needed a card. So she has a card. And that's the thing too. Our children, all they see, they don't see us spending money because I never have cash on me. All she sees is me tapping my phone. So she doesn't have a concept of money. All she thinks is we go to the store and I just tap my phone. Mommy taps her phone and then we leave with the stuff. And she accessorized her purse. She put a sticker on here, a smiley face sticker on her purse. Look at the cute bunny slippers her auntie bought her. So adorable. I've been trying now. I want one in my size.
I want me to stay late because there's like no.
Are you okay?
That is sweet. This has vanilla in it. And then I got a vanilla creamer. And I guess it doesn't need 24 grams of sugar. This is already sweet. I'm gonna have to get this like in sugar-free or something. I'm about to commit the cardinal sin and sit down in the middle of cleaning. Like, this is really good, but I don't think I would mix it like half and half. I would do like 3/4 and a quarter. I don't drink that much sugar. I eat a lot of candy, but I don't drink sweet drinks like that anymore. And like, I could tell, like, that's really sweet. I got a load of laundry going. I'm waiting for my sheets to be dry. I have to invest in some more sheets. So I've slowly allowed my linens to dwindle. Like I used to have like 3 sheet sets. My son has the same size bed as me, and so I don't know if that's where my linens went to. But now I'm down to just my leaf sheet set, because of course you could tell that one's mine, and the other one, the white ones, you can't tell that's mine. It could be anybody's, right? So now I find myself having to wash the same ones every week, and when I change my sheets, usually I take it off, put the extra sheet sets that I have on, and I wash it, and then, you know, I just rotate it back and forth like that. But now I'm like, what's happening to all my stuff? So I need to get some more sheet sets. I know I got 1,000,001 videos of me cleaning this room, but guess what? Here's 1,000,001. Like, making the bed feel like it's against myself. Like, cleaning for myself, cooking for myself, just doing things for myself, right? Someone recently asked me what my hobbies are, and I was telling them that I like, you know, flower arranging, because I love going to Trader Joe's, getting my arrangements, putting them together. That's a hobby. I really enjoy it. I love coming home and seeing fresh flowers on my countertops. I like, you know, eating healthy where I don't get sick, because I know that's just another way of showing me that I love myself. I really enjoy cleaning up and giving myself a clean space, because if you've ever suffered from depression, you know how guilty you feel, but at the same time you can't get up and move and clean up your space. So the fact that I have the ability to get up, clean, organize my space for me, I love that for me. I'm my favorite hobby. I like to tell people, actually, another one of my hobbies is eating, to be honest. No matter how hard I want to try to lose some weight, I love to stuff my face. So this is my humidifier, and as you can see, I just cleaned it. Today is Saturday. I cleaned it last Saturday, and it already got all this nastiness in here. So I'm going to clean it. I'm going to use this. So I usually just spray it in there like that. Take a little brush, scrub it out. And on the bottom of this, same thing. Just scrub that out. Right? Because there's no point in having a humidifier and you got that nasty air. You inhaling it. I just need a brush. And it stinks. Like, it smells like, what's it called? It smells like fish. Does this come out? Ooh, this come out too. It smells like fish tank water. Like turtle water. Like, I'm trying to think, like, they say to use distilled water, but I just been using tap water. Now I'm gonna have to Google, why does the water turn yellow? Like, what is in the water that when it goes in here, it's making it yellow? I'm scared I broke it. All right, you ever go to those people who have like turtles in their house? Be smelling like mildew water, or is that just a unique experience for me? I'm ashamed to say I've been around plenty of questionable people in my life, and for me, there's like an acceptable amount of dirtiness, because everybody has their days, and everybody, like, nobody's house is gonna be clean all the time. So if I go to your house and I know that your house is normally clean, and I go one day and I see your house and put together, I'm just gonna be like, all right, my girl is going through it. I'm gonna help her out, and I'm gonna clean for you, and I'll just clean it up. I won't bother. I'm not too pressed like that, but I've been to people's house, especially people who like to keep pets, and like you get there and you're like, I want to call animal services because you don't need to keep nothing, baby. Like nothing. Like if you can't keep up with the animals, you need to just give them away and keep up with yourself. You know what I mean? One time I went to someone's house that they had like a cat, and when I got in the bathroom, because I really needed to use the bathroom and I was picking someone up, so I asked them, I was like, oh, can you ask them, can I use their bathroom? And they were like, yeah, because I really had to go. When I tell you, and it was one of those bathrooms that had a window and everything, when I tell you I got in the bathroom, right, and it's like, I don't remember if I had to pee or if I had to go number 2. But it was like, it just, the feeling just went right back up in me, because like they had the cat litter in the bathroom, and there was like flies and just like fecal matter, and you know cats like to be clean, and when you have a cat, you gotta change the litter. And this was before, like, we had those, like you know how people now got the automatic cat cleaner, so like they had the litter box that will clean themselves. This was before that, so it's one of those, like, the litter box, and it's next to the toilet. So like, I guess when they're taking a shower, the water is getting to the litter box, so that's contributing to the scent. And I've never owned a cat, but I think you're supposed to throw out the litter on a daily basis, or you're supposed to scoop it. But I know if it gets saturated with water, you're supposed to throw it away. And in there it smelled like ammonia. It had like feces in it, and then the flies was just in the bathroom, and then they had a window and everything. And so I'm just like being like in shock, because when I asked could I use the bathroom, I was just like, why would they tell me yes, knowing that their bathroom looked like this? Like, this is wild crazy. So I remember getting in there, they had I remember cleaning the toilet, like the whole thing, like the top, the seat, the underneath, right? Cleaning the whole thing and drying it off with toilet paper before I sat on it. Because I was just like in there, like, I was just so shocked. Like, I was just like, oh my God, like, you know, like, even because they didn't even attempt, like, at least, like, if you didn't have a chance to clean and somebody say, oh, can I use your bathroom? You could have did a little 1-2. Like at least with the toilet seat, you could have did a little 1-2 with the toilet seat, a little 1-2 with the sink, the mirror, like, you know what I mean, like one of those quick cleans. You could have did one of those. But I guess that was their normal, and honestly, I know exactly where they got it from, because I've been to their mama house and the mama did the same thing. So because what ends up happening is the plug keep on sliding out. Right? Ooh, you see how much air is coming out? I'm gonna do one and put the light on. I love that it had a light on it. And this light is bright too, like especially nighttime. And I'm gonna turn on the air purifier. My cleaning is really just picking up stuff and looking underneath the bed and making sure she ain't picked nothing under there that doesn't need to be under there. Because, of course, this is her brother's thing for his instrument. This is a butter knife. And in my neck pillow. And I don't want anybody to misinterpret this for me complaining about the baby, because even though, like, I knew about it, I love her little chaotic self, because if I didn't have her, what would I be doing? Because I spend most of my time in the house. If I did not have her, she saved me in a lot of ways, because having her made me realize all of my inadequacies. Having her made me realize there was things that I needed to work on, like on myself as a woman, as a mother. Like, having her gave me the ability to see me from the outside and to understand my mother from the outside. Like, I had my sons and I still didn't understand my mother, but it was something about having my daughter that like woke something up in me. Having my daughter also woke something up in me when it came to relationships. Having my daughter, like being able to look at her face and just like be so consumed with how beautiful she is, how she acts, her personality, and coming to a realization like she looks just like me. She got your nose, she got your eyes, she got your cheeks. She looks just like you. You think she's so beautiful and you love her so much, and you can see you there. Why you don't feel that way about yourself? Why you don't love you as hard as how you feel, how you coming behind this little girl? And that woke me up like, why don't I? Why did I think something was ever wrong with me at any stage in my life? Like, that shook me up. And that woke me up. That's why when mothers have daughters, either she's going to become the fiercest woman version of herself that ever lived, or she going to be jealous and bitter. That's why it's like some mothers, when they see their daughter and they see how great their daughters are, they either get jealous and try to break the daughter down, or they're obsessed with them. And I'm one of those mothers I'm obsessed with her. Like, can't nobody tell me nothing about that little girl. Nothing. She is the best. And what's awesome about her self-esteem is so high because I built it. Her confidence is so high because I built it. Her self-worth is high because I built it. And what I've also taught her, even because I could see how the world comes and chip away, she knows for a fact, if nobody out there believe in her, mama do. Like, why? Okay, because I switched TVs and I logged up the other TV just so it will start. Okay.
Well, that's my place. He moves his belongings to my place, and I need to get into my place to get some things so I can get myself together for work. Well, can you at least escort me into my place so I can get my belongings that I need so I don't get beaten up? No, we don't do that. The police did take the restraining order and go to serve it to Ben. And as I thought, he did not answer the door. And that was that. They left the paper there at the door. I sat outside of my apartment for a couple hours and I didn't know what to do or where to go. I was absolutely scared to go inside because I had just served him a restraining order. I was so tired, I was so exhausted, I just didn't know what else to do, I didn't know where to go.
That's crazy.
So I walked into the door.
And he probably inside waiting.
I went straight to my room and laid down and passed out. When I woke up,
He was still on top of me.
he was sitting on top of me.
I bet. Because, girl, you done pissed him off.
He had one hand holding over my arms behind my back. And he started shaving my clippers. Shaved my head bald. And he said, "No man will ever look at you. I think you're pretty." If I fought back, I knew that I wouldn't win. I knew there was nothing I could do about it. He already just buzzed the whole center of my head. It's gone. This is a completely different person that I couldn't reason with.
That man was crazy.
The best thing that I could possibly do if I wanted to not get my face smashed was to just be quiet.
Yeah, and the police just be useless when it comes to women getting abused.
For weeks.
How you want to tell her you can't escort her into the house? We don't do that. Like, what was it going to do to just
Anywhere out of his sight.
walk in the house with her to make sure she's okay?
I would either sleep high up or he'd be behind me and have a gun to my head. He stripped me naked so I couldn't hide anything or have anything on me. I did not have access to my phone. 3 to 5 days in, he said, "I'm going to kill you." And I knew he was. I could see it in his eye that he was going to kill me. I was really scared.
Shit, from the pictures you can tell that man was crazy.
Helicopters, drones. They had already bombed the place. All the windows were blown out with tear gas. The front door was on the ground, the front lawn. Ben came out holding Maya. One of the officers took her from him and brought her to me, and then they put him in the car.
accused of holding
Yes.
his girlfriend captive, beating her,
Would you like
hurting
to
her
do
with
my
lines,
hair
even
later
shaving
or
her head and tying her up.
He had
No, I
done
could
some
do
pretty
that.
terrible
Did
things.
you-
to
is your
the
hair
girl
rewashed?
that he
I'd
was
rather just get it
dating
over with.
after me.
I wanna relax tomorrow.
I was very much
I'm
in
gonna
the
do everything
shock.
today. What is it that you want
I
done
was
to your hair?
just thinking about
Just
the fact that
straight
he had
How many?
the past that he had, that he was able to do this to someone else.
So can I do like 6 feet
Just
in?
mind-boggling. But then, on the other side
Is that
of the
what you did
coin,
last time?
I
it
don't
was
remember
something
what I
that
did.
was
I think I did
serious
12
enough
last
to
time. I could do
gain a little bit of traction to maybe put him in jail for,
No.
a good amount
Yes.
of time.
Yeah.
Just last week,
Okay.
police say Foster barricaded himself inside for hours.
Ben was charged with battery, domestic violence,
Your hair washed?
Yeah, do you want-
kidnapping, first degree.
Yeah, because you be saying your hair be washed and then when I'm starting bringing it, I be
I
seeing
don't want
flakes.
to go to trial. I did not want to show up in that.
He was in the military. He had a great head on his shoulders, and my dad was in the Air Force as well. So I was like, "That's a great career. It's very
You like
admirable."
Yeah, I
She
do.
has big hopes. And
That
dreams
do a good
for
job?
education, and so I
Yeah.
thought that was a good fit.
Thank you.
He made it pretty clear he wanted a relationship.
Make sure you wear your do-rag because it's probably only gonna last you. Well, I put, you know what? I put some Pump It Up spray in there. That's like a hard hair spray when we used to do ponytails back in the day. So maybe that will keep your hair. Oh, let me. You know what? I'm gonna do some hairspray. I've had this hairspray for years now. This is how you know I don't have hair anymore. Okay, close your eyes. Maybe that will catch some of the fire. Turn it to the other side.